Thanks for tuning in to part one of the Shakur versus Edwin De Lo Santos film study. We're going to jump right into part two of this three-part film study. Venezuela's come with a lead hook to the body. It lands right on the belt. Venezuela's with a jab. Edwin just steps back, step out of range. Throwaway jab. See, Edwin, he normally has a smirk on his face when he get to beating your ass. So I said he got a mean side to him. He likes it. And that's always an issue when going up against a fighter who like beating people's asses. So, again, he tries to counter off the level change slip. Not really a roll, I don't think, because he didn't roll with it, but it's like a level change slip. So he's going to anticipate the jab coming. High guard, jab coming, boom. It touched him a little bit. He threw a counter, short counter. I think his feet may have been off because a lot of times that happened with Edwin. His feet is off and he throw a shot. He got to throw a shot shorter than he wanted to throw it. That one looked like it landed on the shoulder. And another right, short shot, throwaway. Like those shots was ineffective, right? And he opened himself up to being countered. Because that one didn't land, and that one didn't land, but look where his chin at. He catch an uppercut, he could catch a backhand uppercut, he catch a backhand hook, he catch it straight to the face. None of that landed. Sometimes he believe in himself a lot in those moments, and he'll just fire off. Back on the line with the high guard, Edwin shoot a nice quick jab, like it just shy, lands on the shoulder. But now he steps in position to let off a right hook and a left hook. We're going to see which one he throws first. He steps in position. Venezuela steps back and out of position, but he's stepping back. It looked like his hands are low. That left hand was up. Edwin shoots a jab. So he steps around, dips down, and uses momentum to throw an up jab. Let's watch that sequence one more time. So he throws a jab, misses the jab, steps around with the jab, and then uses that momentum to throw another up jab. Misses that one too as well. It was good for by Venezuela to get out of the way of both of those jabs. Venezuela throws his backhand hook that misses. Edwin steps out. Steps back onto the line. High guard, bait, Philly shell, high guard bait again. Good jab, step around. Now he normally steps around with his jab. Not always, but a lot of times he steps around and changes the angle with his jab. And that leaves his opponent square. So when he finishes stepping around, he'll be square to his opponent. And that leaves him in a good position to throw 3, 4, 5 and hook off on him. So he stepped around, but he didn't step in. He stepped around, but out. But if he stepped in, Venezuela's would be much more square than he want to be. Like it's a feint to the body. Venezuela's reacts to it too much. Jab to the body. Now, Venezuela's got his hands low because he reacted to the feint and he wasn't really ready for it. got touched to the body. That caused him to drop that lead hand. Backhand still up. Backhand by De Lo Santos. Watch that sequence one more time. Regular speed. Boom. I don't know how much it landed, but that was a good setup. And so this with a stab to the body. Now Venezuela is pulling one of Edwin moves, using a little bit of explosiveness and following them with multiple shots. 2 frame. Throw some shots, man. Should have let his hands go more in that sequence. Back Edwin up against the ropes just a little bit. High guard bait. Philly shell. I don't know why he went straight to the Philly shell. He opened himself up for this jab right here. Boom. Then Edwin follows up with a backhand. He misses that one. But he keeps his hand up, responsible. Level change slip by Edwin. Slips the backhand by Venezuela's. High guard. Short hook as a counter. So watch this. High guard. I don't know why his hands is this low. Venezuela's, they near his knees at this point. Come back with a left hook to the body. Edwin counters it with a short right hook. Boom. To the ear. Then follows up with another hook. Misses that right hook. Left hook to the liver. Right hook to the body. Now, lead hand position battle. Jab by Venezuela's. Edwin just steps out of range. Peekaboo guard or high guard, shell guard. Lots of names for it. Level change slip by De Lo Santos. So you can't throw these little throwaway jabs against him. This is why. I ain't gonna counter with the right hook. Boom. Got around the guard of Venezuela's. Step around. All right, starting off in round 2. Edwin with the active lead hand to start. High frame. High guard, not high frame. High guard. All right, to start off round 3. Edwin and Venezuela with level changes and active lead hand. Venezuela with a steps off the line and throws a jab. A little bit off balance on that. You need to practice that more. Steps back onto the line. Edwin stepping around. Changing the angle. Edwin again with the level change slip. Steps out. High guard. Stab to the body. Venezuela backs off. High guard bait. Steps back. High guard bait. Shoot a straight jab to the chest. Venezuela high guard bait on both guys. De Los Santos look like he's dipping down. Level change to come up with a backhand hook. Venezuela steps out of range. Right back to the well-timed jab. Venezuela parries it. Again with the well-timed jab. Venezuela attempts to step off the line. Edwin tags him with his jab right before he steps off the line. Not sure if Venezuela's jab landed from that angle. Again with the explosiveness, explosive 1-2 to the midsection. Following up. Venezuela's with the high guard. Level change. Stab to the body. He let that stab go at a good range. And he stepped around a little bit. Edwin stepping into this jab. Backhand to the body. Venezuela stepped too far out of range. He don't let no more punches go. Venezuela's with a jab. De Lo Santos steps out of range. Steps back around. Step onto the line. Well-timed jab. Right as Venezuela placed that foot feint down. So he actually shifts his weight forward. So as soon as he shifts his weight forward, he pops him with a well-timed jab. All right. Come on, go back a little bit more. See if we get the whole sequence in this part. So steps, feint, bring his foot back. Steps, shifts his weight, get caught with a well-timed jab. Then he follows up with the backhand to the body. Hook to the face. Venezuela blocks that. Another hook. He doubles up on the hook from a weird, awkward angle. And that one catches Venezuela like on the nose. Venezuela trying to parry with the backhand. Trying to walk Edwin down with the high guard. So Edwin feints a jab inside and comes around with the lead hand hook. Let's see if we could get that sequence. So rock, feint. Edwin responds. Peekaboo guard. Not Edwin. Venezuela responds. Feint again. You got the peekaboo guard that he wanted again. Come right around with the lead hand hook. Boom. Level change slip on the jab. Pop his head right back up to the same slot. So a lot of De Los Santos' game is predicated on keeping his opponent's timing and rhythm off. With his quick, off-time, and sometimes even awkward rhythm. He tries to force his opponents to fight at his awkward rhythm. And his speed throws his opponents off a lot. So step on the line. Throws a jab. And the backhand to the body. Jab. Venezuela should have put some pop into that and some extension, and that jab would have actually landed. Edwin knew He wasn't really trying to throw hard, so he barely had any reaction to that jab. Good way to step away. So lead hand hook. Just a well-timed lead hand hook. Just how he would sometimes throw that lead hand jab. Well, a jab is with the lead hand. But that jab, that well-timed jab, as soon as Venezuela's planted that lead foot and shifted that weight towards the lead foot, he would throw that jab pop and catch him off balance as soon as it land pop. But this time he switched it up and threw a lead hand hook. Now let's watch that sequence one more time. So watch Adorno step back foot, then front foot forward. As soon as he does that, shifts all his weight forward. They both go into the high guard. De Lo Santos then dips down into the level change slip, pre-slip. Adorno reacts like he would react to a feint. He just steps back. Then when he steps back in, that back foot lands. Right foot lands. He shifts all his weight forward. Right hook. Boom. He led with the left hand, and it wasn't no real intention in that throw. It's like he was trying to use it as an active hand to have a guard battle, have a lead hand battle, but he was doing it with his backhand. And Adorno, well, he was anticipating, I guess, De Los Santos doing it with his lead hand. So he was trying to have a backhand, lead hand battle. Adorno, I keep calling this man Adorno. De Los Santos timed it and threw a right hook. Venezuela is good to come back with another right hook of his own, catch Edwin on the top of the head. Again, with the level change slip and coming back up with the backhand to the head. Good frame on the inside, putting Venezuela's where he wants to be. Quick jab, just to throw his timing and his rhythm off. Another quick jab, backhand. Venezuela's rolls it, back up. Tried to give a shoulder bump to gain some space. It works. Edwin backs off. Venezuela's tried to walk him down again with the high guard. Edwin again with the lower chain slip. This time he ate a straight backhand uppercut. Edwin with the level change slip this time. The backhand. But he comes back with a right hook of his own. Venezuela also lands a right hook of his own. That knocks Venezuela's equilibrium off. Still walking forward. Good power jab by De Lo Santos. Throws Venezuela off some more. His feet still don't look too sturdy. Nice, another power jab. Every time he shifts that weight to the right foot and try to set his feet, power jab. High guard, peekaboo. High guard, peekaboo. Jab to the midsection. backhand to the head, lead hand to the head. So he threw a 1, 4, 3. All three of those punches landed, by the way. Nice power jab. It's just a well-timed jab. Every time Venezuela shifts that weight to the lead foot, jab, boom. Again, but feint, come with the backhand. Lead hand hook, getting around that guard. Lead hand hook to the body. Lead hand hook to the face again. Uppercut from the backhand. Lead hand hook. Lead hand hook again. Right? Lead hand uppercut. And this was like an 8-punch combination. With Edwin, if you don't punch back, he'll turn a 2-3 punch combination to an 8-punch combination real quick if you just refuse to punch back. Combination still going. Lead hand hook, partially blocked. Now framing each other. Punching through the frame. Backhand hook. Backhand uppercut, Lead hand hook. Back on the jab. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1. Uppercut to the body, hook to the body. Just a lot of activity. He puts you in these positions where you got to defend 15 punches in 5 seconds, 10 seconds. His speed, his activity rate, his explosiveness is what he makes you deal with. Back on the line. High guard. Venezuela with a rangefinder jab. Not in range. Edwin with the pre-slip again. Level change. Back up with a jab. Boom. Referee get out the way. Stepping around. Nice power jab. Like they both land, but Edwin's like it land better. Now he got Venezuela's nice and square where he wants him to be. Venezuela's going to go backhand to the body. Backhand back up top. Edwin throws in between his punches and catching with a lead hand hook off the side of the head. And I think this one is where Venezuela gets himself into some trouble. Edwin almost. Okay, I'm sorry. This is where Edwin gets himself into some trouble for a second. So let's look at this sequence again. That backhand hook landed on Edwin's head. Landed on the side, sort of top of the head, like above the temple area, but it still might have affected the temple area. So where it landed at, it shook his legs up quite a bit. So let's watch this again. Stepping in with the jab. High guard. Venezuela throws a backhand hook to the body, lands. Then Edwin tries to throw in between his punches. Venezuela's punch still lands to the temple area. De Lo Santos lands looking like to the ear area. But watch what happens when that punch lands. So I thought his feet slipped. They may have a bit, but his feet are not all the way there after this punch. Look at him. Yeah, when a fighter makes that move, his feet not there. You could slip up a little bit, but typically when you look like this, your feet not there. You dazed up a little bit. Now it looked like he's aware because he threw a punch in between his dazedness. Venezuela's missed that punch. Both back on the line. De Los Santos looks like he's trying to tighten up his defense. And he comes right back and shoots a jab, stepping off the line but missed. Venezuela stepped out of range. Venezuela's going to shoot a jab, rangefinder jab, no real intentions on it. Edwin is going to try to counter with his backhand backhand uppercut. Venezuela's, and he puts himself in a bad position, so he tries to throw a big backhand uppercut here. Venezuela sees it coming, takes a step out of range, moves his head, and Edwin ends up in this defensive position, which is a terrible defensive position. And he's wide open for a counter back hook, which lands. Lands really good. Edwin is just so fast. Even when he misses, he comes back with punches. You can see he threw his right hand as well. Just in that split second, he was able to get himself back and throw a right hand. That big hand, Edwin felt it for sure. Got his guard back up, but it didn't rock him like the other one. Comes back with a good power jab that just breaks straight through Venezuela's guard. Now he's on the inside. Now I told you he don't really like to be on the inside much. See what he does here. High guard. Framing to open up shots. He's pulling that arm out the way. Touch to the body. Venezuela with a backhand uppercut to the chin. Boom. So he touched to the body to get Venezuela to drop his hands or get into a body battle with him. Sometimes when you're on the inside, you hit a person on the inside and they'll deliver one right back. So he inside, frame, touch to the body, right? That's just a touch. That's not real punch. That's a touch. Venezuela does the same thing back. Here's my touch. But while you're touching, your left arm dropped. And I anticipated that. And now I'm throwing his right hook. Oh, he threw two. So he threw that backhand and now he's throwing the right hand. So he was super over and he never got either hand back. And you can see they forehead to forehead. De Los Santos is probably thinking all good things right now. Boom. Lead hand hook. Knocks Venezuela's balance completely off. You can see his ankle rolls. That's how much balance he was off. You see it rolls really bad. It's like a basketball play. He knocks him off balance pretty bad, but I think he may stay up on that punch. So he rolls his leg. It looked pretty bad. De Los Santos notices, come back with a straight jab. Left hand to the side of the ear. Uppercut. Follow through with the uppercut. Boom. And that puts him down. And this last punch shouldn't have counted. I think the last two shouldn't have counted, probably. Definitely the last one. I think referee took a point for that. All right, on to the stoppage. Venezuela's is getting lax now. Not that he's comfortable, but he's selling out at this moment because everything he's been trying to do hasn't been working. So I think at this moment he's attempting to just go out on the shield. He's disregarding some of the rules in the game plan and just going forward. And this end up getting the fight stopped in the third round. So he's trying to walk Edwin down in this next sequence. See, Edwin missed that entire sequence. All right, now he's trying to walk him down. High guard. Back to the high guard. Throw away jab. Now, I thought this whole fight, he should have been throwing that jab with intention. Trying to pop Edwin with that jab. While keeping his left hand up and and being responsible for the check hook that might come. But I thought he should have been trying to advance more, trying to get his foot in range more and really put some power into that jab instead of just using this throwaway jab that I don't think he landed much. High guard peekaboo, trying to walk Edwin down, walk into range. So this is where he get a little bit undisciplined. He drops both of his hands. Edwin again with the dip level change. So he step in again. You can see he ready to let go of that left hand, but he does it with the lead hand low. He telegraphs it too much. I could see it coming. Edwin could see it coming. Everybody could see it coming. And he launches into it, which he uses his momentum to shift him right into a left hook. Well, right hook, I'm sorry, left hook. But again, he doesn't bring his hands back. He pauses for a second. He's forgetting his defensive responsibilities because the fight has been throwing his game plan off thus far. And Edwin comes back with a slip counter. Boom. Hit him right on the chin. And his legs does the noodle thing again. You can see the glove touches. That's a knockdown. Edwin, all right, this time Edwin doesn't hit him. He's getting a lot lax. He's forgetting his defensive responsibility. He's just trying to swing for the gates. Edwin with the power jab. Rocks him off balance. He's been dropped twice thus far, so his equilibrium is a little bit off. He done caught a couple ear shots, couple temple shots that's knocked his equilibrium just a bit off. Both step back on the line. Edwin with the faint dip or slight dip like he normally does, but he did it just slight, and he's coming up with a hook, a lead hand hook around the guard. Boom. That lands, and it put him in position to throw some more. Again, with the slip, pre-slip, level change slip. Boom. And he plants both feet and he launches his backhand and he gets power into it. Catches Venezuela right on the chin. Venezuela throws his lead hand hook, which misses. Edwin steps under it. Step back out. Again. That was right there was just a good agility by Edwin. That right there was just good agility by Edwin. He wanted to throw something and he saw Venezuela in the way. He was able to just jump out the way real quick without having to unplant his foot. And he turned that into a right hook, which didn't land. Stepping on the line. Now Venezuela's just shot that backhand from too far of a range. So he's probably going to be open for this backhand uppercut or hook. Yep, he walked right into that backhand uppercut. He just shot it from too far of a range. Like I said, at this point in the fight, he was just getting out of his defensive elements. He wasn't paying attention to his defensive responsibilities, swinging for the fences. Back on the line, high guard. Edwin with the feint. Venezuela with a feint. High guard from Edwin. Venezuela with another feint. Now, here is what I mean when Edwin gets too explosive. He lead with his chin up, and he had both hands down. So he led with a lead hand hook. That didn't land. He used the hand to push off and spin and frame and get to where he wanted to be. Now in this sequence here, I think this is the last exchange. Edwin again Power jab. His just gets there right before Venezuela's does. I think because it has more intention. Backhand straight to the face. Venezuela's knees buckles. Right hook after that follows. Referee says he's seen enough. So that'll wrap up part 2. Click the link on the screen for part 3. We're going to go into Shakur Stevenson next.